was like very young, a bit of a daredevil. You would risk anything to kind of do your best. I have a titanium plate in my eye socket now. I could have gone blind. I ruptured my Achilles tendon. I had a seizure in the supermarket. I suffer with depression. I do find it hard to say that I'm quite proud of myself, but yeah, this is a special moment. Hi, I'm Emily Boyd, Team Australia. I was 12 years old when we first moved. I was very, very excited. I loved going on holiday when we were in the UK. Like any chance to be in the sun or like on a beach was just awesome. So the fact that we were moving to a country where it's like summer all year round I just couldn't wait to get over there.
Emily Boyd.
How did it feel being selected for and representing Australia, as someone who'd grown up in the UK?
Yeah, it was a dream come true. I've never been so excited, because I always thought I can never just do this my whole life, and it's never gonna be something that I can live off. I've always got to have something else going on, whether it's like a part-time job or, studying or whatever.
Emily Boyd and Lara Tarvit.
But when you do make it to your senior world championships, it becomes that more real and it's more important, and it's like you would kind of almost risk anything to kind of do anything you possibly can to do your best.
Good final effort there. Both stepped up from World Junior Championship level.
After Barcelona, I was still kind of on a high from that, but we had the Glasgow Commonwealth Games to look forward to, and I was doing really well, but my mental health started to suffer. I started feeling a bit lost. I still do suffer with depression. It was very hard finding that strength to actually say, hey, I'm not okay. I did miss the UK and I wanted to go back there, and the Commonwealth Games being over there was okay, yeah, this is a great opportunity for me to go. I made the team, but a couple of weeks before we were supposed to fly out, I did get a little bit a spasm in my back, and then I got told that I wasn't going, and I had all this uniform and everything that I couldn't wear, so it was a sad time for me. I really wanted to move back home, wanted to change my representation to Great Britain. I wanted to make a life for myself over there. I didn't want to be in Australia anymore, and it was a long, brutal process, and then finally got to represent Great Britain at the Canada Cup, and it was 2 days before, and I ruptured my Achilles tendon. To the hospital, they said it's a year, no diving, no nothing. That was a pretty big shock for me. The Rio Olympics was a couple of months away, which just kind of what my whole life had just been built up to. I didn't know what to do at that point, and I just kind of broke down, and I wanted to quit diving, and then I moved back to Australia just to be around my family and support system and everything. But then I got the courage to kind of keep going, and I learnt to walk again, I learnt to jump and then to dive, and because I didn't actually end up representing Great Britain, FINA said that, nah, it's you can just go back and represent Australia, no issues. So I was great, home games, Commonwealth Games at the Gold Coast. We were doing a bit of a training camp on the Gold Coast, and we were doing it in with 3.5, and I fell off the platform and didn't make my dive, landed on my face and smashed my eye socket. I have a titanium plate in my eye socket now. I still get a bit of double vision when I look up and everything, and the fracture in my eye socket was quite close to one of the arteries that connects to my eye, so I could have gone blind as well. So I'm just grateful that I have both eyes right now and I'm still diving. But then after that, I'll just keep going. Everything was going really well, and then we had the build up to Tokyo Olympics, and I was yeah, sure, this is my chance, I can do this. And then it was in 2019 where I had a seizure in the supermarket. Oh, thank God my mum was with me, but ended up being from a bleed on the brain. Still to this day don't know what it was or why it happened, so I think that was very frustrating. And again, I started to kind of go down that road of am I worth it? Why am I doing this? So again, I started to struggle a little bit mentally with that as well.
But you battled back again and made the Olympic trials.
I was almost kind of determined after that whether I made the Olympics or not. I'm done. Like, my body's been through enough. But then I had like the worst competition of my life. I think I was like almost last. I just kind of randomly got all this extra like motivation that just came from like out of nowhere. Just like, I'm not ready to finish on that. I learned in with 3.5 again, which was the dive that smashed my eye socket. So that was like a big hurdle in itself for me. I was like, I'm gonna show everyone what I can actually do. And it was like when I, really just let everything go and just, had fun with it, that I actually ended up like doing pretty well.
Next up, a Commonwealth Games, which just so happens to be in the UK.
Full circle.
And you'll be, yeah, I mean, just how proud are you of what you've been able to achieve by getting here and what you've overcome?
Oh, I'm pretty proud. Yeah. I do find it hard to say that I'm quite proud of myself, but yeah, this is a special moment. I think I definitely owe a lot of people for the help that they've given me and the support. I definitely would have been able to do it by myself. My coach, Aiden, he just it's like, as long as you want to keep going, like, I'll fight with you. Like, you can do this. I believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. I always had him in my corner. But yeah, yeah, I'm really, really happy. Yeah.
When you speak to kids about your journey, what will you kind of tell them?
Oh, I've just told them, like, as long as you love what you're doing and you believe in yourself, or someone else is giving you, a little bit of faith, don't stop. But I've always thought, like, why would they want to hear from me? I've not done anything. But it's nice to know that now there is somewhat of a happy ending. And I can go back and say, hey, it's, just keep going, keep trying. You never know what can happen.